Hello, hello, gorgeous ladies, pleasure and power female entrepreneur. How is everyone doing today? Happy freaking Tuesday. I'm going to give everyone just a second to hop on here. And I have some fun things to share with you today. And I want to talk a little bit more about redefining eroticism because we start next Monday. But I also wanted to share with you guys just something that I am moving through myself. Hello, Heather. Hello, hello. How are you? How are you this morning? And Tammy is here and Angela is here. Hello, ladies. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How is your morning? I've got my journal because I'm going to share with you guys like literally my process for how I move through investments. And deciding whether or not I want to invest in something, whether or not something is right for me, whether or not it's the time, and how I move through fear and how I move through the different, very real things that come up inside of, do I want to invest in this? Do I want to take this? Do I want to do this? And kind of what that actually looks like as a very tangible thing. So hello, everyone, and welcome today. I'm so happy that you are here. And I hope you guys are enjoying the free live stream series that I did last week. I did 4 different videos last week. If you have not seen them yet, they're pinned at the top of the page in the announcements tabs. There's an it says Unlocking Your Feminine Genius live stream replays. And I've got all of them linked there so you don't have to scroll through the group or anything crazy. And you can definitely rewatch all of those replays as many times as you want. They are available through this weekend and then they do expire and will become a bonus inside of Redefining Eroticism that you will have lifetime access to if you decide to join us inside of that group program. So anyway, hi, I wanted to talk to you guys today because I was talking to my friend Autumn about moving through this idea of what it is looking like right now as I toy with the idea of making another large investment in myself and in my business and what that's going to look like. And I actually just went through this recently. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but I rehired my very first life coach ever, Madison, who I'm obsessed with. Worked with her 2 years ago for 6 months and then took a break from her, worked with other coaches, did other programs, did other things. And then my soul was like calling me back to her. So I ended up reaching out to her and rehired her. Like within seconds, it was like, yes, I want to work with you again. Let me do something. And I committed to a 9-month mastermind with her. And then it added on one-on-one work with that. So I just recently made a large investment in myself and a new commitment to myself and, have been investing in myself and my business for the past 2-3 years. And so I really wanted to share just like what it looks like because over the weekend, I ran across another idea, another thing that I wanted to invest in that my friend Autumn had shared with me, and I was not looking for the thing. Hello, Autumn. We're just talking about you. And I wasn't planning on it. I did not really want to invest in another thing. I had kind of told myself for the rest of the year I was swearing investments off for a little bit just because I have been investing in myself for years now, like one after the other, after the other, after the other, programs, coaches, masterminds, books, podcasts, things like investments can be different. They can be energetic. They can be financial. They can be time-wise. They can be boundary-wise. Like they can be a million different ways, right? Like there's a million different things you can invest in through, whatever means you want and whatever you feel called to. So I kind of stumbled across this idea of this program. And I wasn't necessarily looking for it at all. And I had, like I said, I had told myself I had sworn everything off for the rest of the year, because especially since I had just hired Madison again, I was like, okay, I'm going to like just do this. Okay. And so I got this like first hit. And if you've ever had this experience, let me know in the comments where you see something and the sales page is like, oh my God, I have to do this. And it like screams at you and you're like, everything in your body lights up and you're like, hell fucking yes, I need to do this, right? Who has experienced that? Where you read the page or you read the post that someone posts, maybe you felt this way about redefining eroticism or something else I've launched before, and you're like, oh my God, I have to do this right freaking now, right? And that's how I felt. My whole body was like, oh, and I was actually out with my husband and some of his friends. And if you've listened to the podcast, I'm sober curious right now. I'm day 16 today of 100 days dry, just to really challenge myself. And so we were at this party and I was the only sober one. So everyone's like off being drunk, doing whatever. And I was sitting on the couch. I was sitting on the couch reading this sales page at like 11:30 at night on a Saturday. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to do this. And everything in my body was singing and everything in my body was lit up. But then I paused. And I was like, holy fuck though, I just told myself no more investments. This is another large, like a $10,000 investment and a year-long commitment. And I was like, fuck, okay, just something in my body was like, pause for a second. So I went from initial excitement, right, into fear. Who's been there? Yes. And there's been times in the past where, especially in marketing these days, it's like you need to make the decision now. You need to have the gut reaction, listen to the gut reaction, go for the gut reaction, and that's it. Don't overthink it. Don't overfeel into it. Like, you have to make the decision now. Who's ever experienced that, right? The sense of urgency. It's like, if you don't do it now, your life is fucked. Has anyone else ever experienced that, right? So in the past, I've made very large investments by just like, oh, my gut says yes, go. My gut says yes, go. And most of them, I would say, were really beneficial. And I was like, wow, that feels really good. Like, that was really worth the investment financially, worth the time. It really resonated with my soul, and I was really proud of that. But then there's other times where I'm like, fuck, maybe I couldn't have, could have done without that. I don't really know if I needed that. Something in my body later, is like, I don't know about that. Like, maybe, and I don't regret anything. I think everything has a purpose and everything has a lesson, and there's a reason for it all. But there's times where I'm like, maybe if I would have sat with that a little bit, then maybe I would have felt differently. Now, when this happens, it's important to notice the distinction between, am I in power or am I in fear? So for me, for example, this weekend I get this hit. I want to do this program. I want to get this certification. I want to be able to serve my clients with this. I want to be able to use this on myself. And then I sit with it overnight. And then on Sunday, I'm still like, God, I really want to do this. I'm still reading through the sales page. I'm still feeling into it. I'm still really excited about it, lit up by it. I'm like, I'm still going to wait. I sleep on it on Sunday, and I talked to my coach, Madison, on Monday about it. And I was like, listen, I really want to do this thing. And I wasn't expecting this to come out of the woodwork. I didn't know I wanted this. I didn't know that I needed this. But something in my body is telling me to do it. And she says, okay, great. She was like, what I want you to do is I want you to sit with it for 72 hours. And I want you to really feel into, because right now what I'm working with her on is like, my energy is going like this, and I'm working on bringing it back in here and like containing it and making it super laser focused. Okay. So in the past, where I would have just jumped on something, I'm really focusing on, let me feel in my body. And I wrote it down in my journal. I wrote down, where does the alignment sit when I go inside of myself? Instead of going external right away of like, I want to do this, pull the energy back and ask myself, what has me excited about this program, and why am I feeling drawn to it? And really feel in my body, where does the alignment sit? Does this feel good for me? Am I trying to seek answers that I don't have? Does this truly feel like it's calling to my soul? Am I doing this because I feel like I should? Because I have to? Am I doing this because, whatever the reasoning might be, really sitting inside of yourself. And so I, being the type A that I am, made a list of positives that was drawing me to this program and the things that were keeping me from going all in with it. So the positive things were like, here's all of the reasoning that I want to invest in this. And then here are the reasonings that are making me question whether I want to invest in this. For me, it was FOMO. Am I doing this just because my friend is doing it? I really needed to sit with that. Another financial investment. I just made, a $12,000 investment and a 9-month commitment. Do I want to make another investment, right? The other one that came up was, am I looking outside of myself? Where like, this has the answers, this is what I need. Am I falling into manipulation? Like I need this in order to be successful, or I should want this, right? And I had to sit with these questions. So I sat with these questions on Sunday. I sat with these questions on Monday. I've sat with these questions this morning, and I slept on it again last night, and I woke up this morning and it was clear as day. Yes, I want to do this. And if I don't do this, the reason that I would not be doing this at this point, I still have to wait till Thursday. I told myself I would wait 72 hours. I have to wait till Thursday, but to finally make the decision. But I found in my body, the only reason, especially when I made the list and I sat with that, where do I feel in alignment in my body? The only reason I would be saying no to this investment at this point is due to fear. Fear of another financial commitment. What if it doesn't come back? What if I'm overextending myself? What if I can't make it work, right? Fear, 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 fear. Fear of, really that was the biggest one. It was fear. So if I said no to this investment, it was not from a space of power of like, you know what? I actually don't need this right now. I don't feel called to this right now. And I just got swept up in the excitement of it. But in my body right now, I'm feeling like this actually isn't the right time. That's a powerful decision. That's you coming from a space of power saying, you know what, this is a boundary for me. Yes, I want to do this and this sounds exciting, but something in my body doesn't feel like a hell fucking yes. Make that decision. That's fine. Say no to things that aren't a hell fucking yes in your body. But then if it's fear of just like, fuck, I feel so drawn to this, but I'm freaked out financially of another investment, but I told myself I wouldn't. So like I'm a little bit, freaked out because like maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Like if it's coming from a fear, do you guys see the distinction? If it's coming from fear, that's you being in fear making a decision. You can say no to something and still be in your power, but you can also say no to something. And what I see a lot is people saying no out of fear. So it's okay. And the reason that I wanted to do this video is to talk you through my process, and I'm hoping this is resonating. But another piece was I'm cutting early bird pricing bullshit, and that's fine if other people want to do early bird pricing and that works for them, cool. I don't want to entice you to take a program simply because the price is going to go up and you want to save money. I like having you save money. Yeah, that feels exciting. But I don't want it to create a sense of urgency where you have to not listen to your body because you want to save the money, right? Mindy is here. Trish is here. Shayla is here. Courtney is here. Dorothy is here. Hello, ladies. So I'm axing early bird pricing, and I'm just keeping it the same through the entire launch because I don't want you to say yes because it's like, oh my God, I have to or I'm going to miss out. Okay, that's a fear-based decision. I want you to say yes to my programs or to my coaching because it's a hell fucking yes in your body of something is calling me to this and I don't quite understand what it is. I'm a little bit freaked out, but my body is buzzing in alignment and with like a hell yes in my soul. I'm for it. And yes, I still have fear in my body of how am I going to make this investment? And oh my God, I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. That's normal. The butterflies, you guys, if I end up saying yes to this investment, this second investment right now on Thursday, I'm going to still be freaked out of like, holy fuck, what am I committing to 12 months of, $1,000 payments? That's a big fucking deal. It's not to be taken lightly. Okay. But it's knowing that in my body, this feels like a hell yes. And that means that I will be supported no matter what. And I will find ways to financially make this happen. And I know that I can trust my body because my soul always knows what's best for me. The coaches and the mentors and the teachers, they don't know what's best for me. I know what's best for me. So if I feel manipulated or tricked or rushed into a decision, I know I can say no to that because I know that I actually have the answer. Do you see the distinction here? Do you see the clear as day difference of, and in the past, like I am not perfect. I have 150% like before, fallen into, marketing is manipulation. You have to give urgency and you have to give these things and you have to, say it like this. And I'm not saying that everyone has that. I never had the intention of like, I'm going to manipulate people, but we start to believe that that's what marketing is. And it doesn't have to be. I am here to tell you, you know what's best for you. I believe in my program through and fucking through. I know it changed my life and I know it changes the lives of my clients, but it's not the only way to change your life. You can learn from me and you can work with me and you can be coached by me, or you don't have to be. You can still be successful. You don't need any of it. It's, do you feel called? Does your body draw you to this or does it not? Ultimately, I had a girl that was talking to me. Let me shut this door. My cat's distracting me. I had this girl that was talking to me on my Instagram DMs about it last night. She's like, listen, I want to do this. Oh my God, like this is what my soul is calling me to, but I'm freaked out to make another investment. And I said, cool, talk to me about it. If you want to talk, I'm open to listening. I'm open to coaching you through it if you want to be, or have you made up your mind? And she was like, well, she starts going into it. And I was like, listen, at the end of the day, you get to decide what's best for me. Am I making this decision out of power or am I making this decision out of fear? And do I feel called to this? What has me, I said, you reached out to me for a reason. You reached out to say, hey, can I have more details about that? For a reason. Why did you do that? What drew you to this investment? What drew you to this program? What excited you about it? What is it feeling like in your body when you initially said, hell yes? And I told her, sleep on it, sit with it. It doesn't have to be gut reaction, or you're going to fuck it all up. You cannot fuck this up. It's for you or it's not. It's out of power or it's out of fear. Mindy says, I'm so here for saying fuck the rules in my life right now. Yes. Kalandra says, love this so much. Yes, other incentives are exciting, like one-on-one bonus for paying in full to me and my audience, but early bird is not. 1,000%. So that's what I did. I was like, you know what? If you pay in full, you get some bonuses. You get a bonus one-on-one session for redefining eroticism and my How to Have Drunk Sex Sober Masterclass. So it's like $300, $400 worth of bonuses. But then you also get lifetime access to the program, and you get any updates that I add to the program, and you can pay over 2 months. Even though it's a 6-week program, I have 2 monthly payments, or I even told people I will do an extended payment plan for you. Does 3 months feel better? Let's do 3 months, right? What can we do to make it work? Because I don't ever want money to be the thing that keeps you from the growth. I want to be able to work with you. So I meet you halfway. If this is a hell yes in your body, and the thing that's coming up for you is, the money, and that's the only thing that's holding you back when your whole body is like, oh my God, this feels so fucking good for me, then let's work on it. Let's talk it out. I am willing to work with you. Now, this means you showing up for yourself. I have done that in the past, and people have chosen to not follow through on payments, even after they've gotten the coaching. And it requires you to show up as a mature, responsible adult and pay your bills. The bill, one of them being the program that you've already taken, right? It's me going out on a limb saying, I trust you and I want to hold space for you to move through this work. So I will do a customized payment plan with you. I will extend things out, but that requires you showing up fully. Does that make sense? So really and truly, I am just all about, if this is a hell fucking yes in your body and you've taken, and maybe you are someone that jumps on things and that feels really good for you, trust that. For me, I had to pause because I had told myself no more big investments this year. So instead of getting swept away in the excitement, I was like, let me see if the excitement lasts over 72 hours. And if it does, and if I choose to know that this is in my power and this is in my best interest and this is a hell fucking yes in my body, then I will proceed with the investment. And if it ends up being, it kind of went away. I did this with a program recently. There was this program I wanted to take, and I was like, oh my God, hell fucking yes in my body. And for a whole 2 weeks, it sat open in my browser. And then one day I was like, you know what? This isn't what I need right now. If I call my energy back, this is actually just something I have FOMO about, where if I don't take this, then I'm missing out, versus this is a hell yes in my body. Again, do you see the distinction between the two? So ask yourself, I have it here in my notes, right? Come back into your body, get grounded, and make this decision of, am I going to take redefining eroticism, right? Oh, it's 12:22, I love that. Am I going to take this, making that decision from containment of your energy, because I'm so inside of myself and I'm so tapped in. How do I feel about this investment? And go from there. And if you need a customized payment plan, if you need to extend payments, I'm here for you. I don't ever want money to be the thing that holds you back. So journal about it. What about this feels exciting to me? And why am I feeling called to it? And really feel into your answers. Are they out of fear or are they out of power? So that's what I have for you as far as my process. And I'm not going to raise the price tonight. I was originally had early bird pricing, and I said, you know what? I'm doing this because that's what everybody else does, and it actually doesn't feel good for me to do that. So I'm leaving the price for redefining eroticism. And I do have the payment plans over 2 months, over 3 months. We can do weekly payments, bi-weekly payments, whatever feels good for you. And the program starts on Monday. It is 6 weeks long, okay? It's one training, never before seen, that's hosted live every single week for the 6 weeks. So 6 weeks of training. And it's an extension and a deep dive from what we learned in Unlocking Your Feminine Genius. It's going that much deeper and adding in pieces that I just didn't have time for in a 4-day live stream, right? And then we have one small group coaching session every single week. So 6 group coaching sessions where you get one-on-one attention on every single call. A celebration night as we come to a close and we graduate from the program at the end, and lifetime access to the trainings so they do not expire, so you can rewatch them over and over and over again. Any updates as I continue to run the program a few times in the future, you'll get any updates to it. And when I run it live again, you get an exclusive alumni price. So if you are like, you know what, I want to go back and get more coaching, you get a special discount because you already have the training programs. You get an extra discount moving forward. And then you do get lifetime access to the Unlocking Your Feminine Genius trainings. You get that as a bonus forever and forever and forever. So my intention, and I wrote these down and I've got them here for the 6 weeks, okay, is that when you join Redefining Eroticism, which again is the extension from Unlocking Your Feminine Genius, you're walking away with the practical and the energetic tools, okay? You're unlocking codes. You have tools that you can touch, that you can feel, so that you're integrating this work into your life, right? It's not just consuming information and sitting there. We're actually moving through things in the 6 weeks that will change your entire life. The way you make money, the way that you have sex, the way that you are in your relationship, the way that you show up in your everyday life, the way that you show up on live video, the way that you attract clients. Like, this work is foundational and will affect every area of your life. I truly believe that. I know that to be true from my own experience. I teach based on what I've integrated and embodied. Not just what I've learned, it's what I've actually seen happen in my life, and also that of which I've worked with my clients on. I actually don't have one-on-one coaching open right now, so this is one of the only ways to work with me. If you've never worked with me before, Redefining Eroticism is your next step if you're wanting to dive into this work, because I don't have any other options for you at this time. So if you are wanting to work with me, this is the best way to get in and get intimate coaching from me. So energetic and practical tools to create the sex life that you desire. An increased ability to receive the love, friendship, money, and success that you crave. Deeper intimacy and connection with your partner. More ease and flow in magnetizing whatever it is that you are wanting. Feeling empowered around your body and your cycle as a woman. A vibrant and contagious energy that people are dying to be a part of, that turn on, that radiance, right? We've learned about it. Now let's actually turn it on and integrate it. No longer feeling shame around your sexuality and your sexual desires. Better communication with your partner or your future partner. This is not just for relationships. Accessing more pleasure, play, and joy on a daily basis. Finding harmony between your masculine and your feminine energies, like we talked about on Friday. Now let's actually create that harmony, that balance. And activating your sexual energy, meaning more creative flow and access to your intuition. Getting so in touch with your body that you know your next step. You know what it feels like to have your clairsentient channels turned on, right? That inner knowing. You've got that. You've got your womb wisdom like on high alert. It's like activated and full on, and you can make decisions with ease moving forward, okay? So we start on Monday. Price is not going up, so sit with it, feel into it. Does anyone have any questions about it? Anything I've talked about today or the program? The replays for Feminine Genius, I saw that question come through a bunch of times. That replays will be up through this week, and then they will become a bonus for Redefining Eroticism. Does anyone have questions? Questions? The awkward delay. Was that helpful, hearing how I move through my processes? Going from like the initial, yeah, let's do it, to like the, oh my God, fear. Okay, coming back down, grounding in. What does it feel like in my body, right? Where's the intention behind this? Why am I feeling called to it? Why am I feeling drawn to it? Okay, is it out of fear? Is it out of power? Perfect. Okay, go. And so I'm like at the point of like 96% sure on Thursday that I will be making this next investment, which will benefit you guys as well if you are clients of mine, because I'm also going to be learning tools and different things as well. But yeah, that's what I have for you. Cool. So I don't think there's any questions right now. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. If you do have questions about redefining eroticism, personalized payment plans, anything that I talked about today, feel free to post below. Shoot me a message if you want more information. I will post the link for you as well. And we get started on Monday. So I'm super excited. Have the most incredible rest of your day, you guys. Let me know what questions you have, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys. Oh, and thanks for being here. I love you.